Okay, now we're live.
Okay. And Casey's wrong about everything, episode number 18.
I thought we were 502.
We are. 502.
Fast
forward.
You guys missed a whole lot. Yeah, the only War Machine cast has been around for longer than Muse on minis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think even Chain Attack is not up to the 500.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, gosh.
No, we were just saying that even though Casey's wrong about everything, we're still friends.
Yeah.
And we still love her despite the fact that she's always wrong.
I'm just a lovable person.
Exactly.
No one can beat me. I got sun last Saturday.
I bet you were a lobster Saturdays.
I was.
She's just like, for
it's
those
like
who are just listening.
the only day I got outside.
Yeah, for those who are listening, she's just like she's like very slightly tanned.
Yeah. At least I didn't peel this time, which was exciting.
She's like the color of the inside of an almond now instead of like the color of the wall.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but my legs on the other hand.
Oreos. Like the vanilla Oreos.
Oh, they're like okay. That's
cookie color.
There you go.
You're still really white.
It's jeez.
So episode 18.
Is that why John always draws swastikas on my arm?
That's
wait, a what? Concerning. John, the more I learn about John, the more I become concerned about John.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that just went somewhere I didn't expect.
Well, he tries to wash it off like right away, or slap him.
That's still.
I don't know.
Maybe he's just really, really into Hinduism.
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. Yeah.
Because he's not blonde enough.
No.
He's like black haired.
He's a bad hair Aryan. Yeah. Anyhow, racism aside, anyhow.
Episode 18 of Lost Aspect with Casey. Still playing Legion, sort of.
Jackie still playing Sigmar. Kinda.
Amanda, I will start playing again in December when I finally have a new caster.
She always plays with the cock, though.
I do always.
Whether she plays War Machine or not.
I did get rid of my Sigmar. I went down to a one army person, and then they talked about. We're going to talk about it, but Crucible Guard. Crucible Guard. Those rocket men.
Speaking of rockets and phallic devices,
oh my God,
we've got good talk about.
We'll get there. So announcements.
Yes, announcements. Like
lock and load.
Lock and load
right
lock
now.
And load
right now.
Right?
Yep.
If you didn't go to lock and load, I'm sorry, I didn't go either.
Yep. No, clearly none of us went.
That's why we're here.
But Lock and Load did have a lot of, releases or information being released for, what all is happening in 17 and 18. And
not all of which is available on video, funnily enough. A lot of it was in the dev talks and the CID talk. So that's interesting stuff we can talk about for sure.
Yeah, but if you're part of enough groups, you can find all the little pieces
everywhere.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
Literally, there is just tons of it everywhere. It's painful.
Yeah, you thought the CID was drama? Oh. Especially with the CID going on with Lock and Load, because they're just brilliant like that. I don't think Hungerford sleeps.
Maybe.
I think he's like the Chuck Norris of gaming, and he just waits.
Oh goodness. So Lock and Load is happening right now, pretty much ending.
Weekend after next is Rumble on the River. In Mankato.
Yep. Okay.
It was River something in Mankato.
I think it's Rumble on the River.
It's River Rumble or Rumble on the River. It's something like
Riverfront
that.
Rumble, but I think that's wrong.
Yeah, that might be right actually. That sounds right.
It's the one I think that's wrong.
It's the river. It's the River something.
Rumbling and Rivers. And it's in Mankato, Minnesota. But it's a War Machine Weekend qualifier, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And it's a wild card. So if you take it, you get your badge for War Machine Weekend. And they have cool cups and dice.
Cool. I know we're mostly War Machine and Hordes, but there is a 40K tournament in Oshkosh. What is it, next weekend? Weekend after?
I think it's the same weekend as the Riverfront Rumble. They're happening at the same time. So, and then the weekend after that, there is an Age of Sigmar tournament happening in Madison also.
Yes. I know this coming weekend there's another tournament. I'd like to say it's in Milwaukee, but I don't have any idea what it's about.
Things happen.
Steven mentioned it, one of our Madison people, so I have I don't know.
There's a Guild Ball tournament happening in Chicago early next month.
Hey,
I mean, there's
I'm sure there's one somewhere in between now and then too.
40K is next weekend, which makes me think that the Rumble on the Riverfront Rumble is also next weekend.
Yeah, the Riverfront Rumble is definitely next weekend.
They were the same weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Danielle, by the way. Danielle is in our chat. She just
We
confirmed the
miss
40K
you.
tournament.
Mm-hmm.
We do. I miss Danielle the most, I think.
I don't know.
Kidding.
Now, if you're the raid mistress, Danielle, are you on the right side or are you on the alliance?
We'll wait about 2 minutes before we get a
Yeah,
response.
'cause of the lag.
Outside of that, Gen Con is, I think,
Gen
the
Con!
biggest one coming up.
Yep. I'm excited. I need to
Yeah.
order my
That's
shit.
what oh, she's the wrong side.
Wrong side.
For the horde, Danielle, for the horde.
Yeah, some of us are super stoked for Gen Con. Some of us.
I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
I'm really excited to hit the Yard House again because they had really good beer and food, and then Scotty's, of course, and
The Ram.
Ram. Yeah.
Ram is a big one.
Yep. I will not be getting that cake
Beer
ice
cheese
cream
soup. That's
thing
where
that
it's
they
at.
got last
It's like
year.
90 degrees, and all of us are going to order beer cheese soup.
Yep.
Sounds terrible.
It's their best. It's like, I don't know. Their beer cheese is super amazing. If you've never been to the Ram,
Why would you leave Wisconsin to go somewhere else to get beer cheese soup?
It's
Like, we are the
amazing,
land
though.
of beer and cheese.
You would
both.
think, right?
But they get the cheese from Wisconsin. I'm pretty.
I know,
sure.
but why
So,
would you?
I
Why would you?
mean,
Why would you export it and then go there to get it? It makes no sense.
Because they don't have the Ram here.
They don't.
They built a Ram here. I don't think it would ever leave. But
That'd be nice.
I'm assuming most people know, most people who listen. But it's a restaurant in Indianapolis that tends to deck the halls with War Machine.
Privateer
over Gen
press in
Con.
general, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They usually have like a sweet, like a T-shirt and an exclusive mug and stuff like that
T-shirt,
too.
mug,
Yeah.
Beer.
Beer. yeah. They do their specials, their house specials named after War Machine stuff.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then last year, I know they had a what the fuck is it called?
They had like the thing you make
the
beer
jug. Yeah.
Oh,
the
Stein.
jug.
in. No, because the Stein's the big cup.
Oh, Stein's a big cup. On the it's like the little
the
like
jug.
the
The
growler.
quart jug.
Growler.
There we go.
That's it.
Mhm.
They had a growler last year.
Mhm.
Yeah, they had a lot of really
And
interesting
bandanas,
stuff.
didn't they?
They did have bandanas. They had a T-shirt and then they had like a polo also.
Yeah, they had fancy polos
like
and stuff.
they went all out.
They did.
So
They did, and
unless
they-
they just pulled out all the
And all they
Star
had
stock
left were
from the year
like 2X
before.
by the time we got there.
Yeah, I remember we went there a couple years ago during Gen Con, and they were playing the 3 original Star Wars on repeat. So the three true Star Wars. Sorry, the three
Scotty
true
said
Star Wars of
something
the
like
correct
that,
Star
too.
Wars. Yes.
Yeah, Scotty's was playing all sorts of.
They played like some ice pirates and some
Uh-huh.
just some weird stuff.
And I
but
think they
that's-
played Star Wars too.
They tend to. I mean, that's pretty standard. All of downtown Indianapolis. Just, I think they do it for general conventions in general, but they seem to go all out with Gen Con. But yeah.
Well, I mean, there's also like 100,000 people that show up for Gen Con, so I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yep. This year, I don't know what they're anticipating, but 4-day passes have sold out, and Saturday single-day passes are about to or
pretty
have
sure they
already sold
are.
out.
Mm-hmm.
So
And there's still people going out there like,
I
hey,
haven't bought my badge yet.
Yeah.
anyone not going? Please.
Yeah, that was we buy our badges in November.
Yeah.
Of the year before.
Yeah. Fun fact, it actually started out here in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Mhm.
Yep.
It was basically just a Dungeons and Dragons convention then.
Yep.
Yep.
I know one of the original people who actually was there when it started, so.
Okay.
Mhm.
That
I
had to
think
have been
He's like in his mid-60s and he's super sweet.
Does he still go?
No, he doesn't still go. It's too big
Okay.
for him now, but.
Yeah.
That's fair.
From what I understand, one of the people that originally also helped with Gen Con are the ones that started Gamehole Con.
I believe you're right about that, yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, that's interesting. That's actually really cool.
yeah. Yeah. So, Gamehole it keeps adding stuff.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do with your beer, cheese, and bratwurst here? You play tabletop games.
Exactly.
When it's -3 degrees outside.
Yeah, what else
or
are you
when
supposed
it's
to
90
do?
degrees out and humid. Like, what are our options?
And I mean, that's 3/4 of the year right there, so.
That's true.
Never good weather.
No.
Today's really nice, though.
Today is nice.
Oh, I thought it was too hot today.
It is a little warm.
Well,
but-
we were out at Devil's Lake at like 10:30.
Yeah.
So 10:30
I
probably
should have a
wasn't
nice
so bad.
breeze normally.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think that about covers it for announcements. And
Oh, the
events
WiTC.
that are-
The WiTC at the end of August.
Yes.
Yep. Weekend after Gen Con.
Yep.
So
Another of those
Just another-
wonderful planning things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be going because I am probably just going to sleep that whole weekend.
yeah.
I'm pretty
And
jealous.
maybe do some laundry.
Yeah. Sleeping all weekend sounds awesome. Oh, hi, Aurora. Speaking of sleeping all weekend,
Hello,
things I haven't
friend.
done.
She is excited for ice cream.
Yeah,
Her tongue
Keith
just
is off at
hanging out.
lock and load. And
Andy got smarter than the cone and put it in a bowl.
Once it's standing up in the bowl, though. So
and you could stick it upside down, I guess, in the bowl.
That's
No, well,
That's
whatever, I guess.
the addition of the spoon was
Oh
a
yeah,
bad,
let's just. Yeah.
was a bad idea because it just meant that instead of just drips, it was like spoon, dump.
That's why I didn't get her a sundae. Yeah, right now she's letting it drip into the bowl and then she's licking the bowl. So that's that's great. That's great work, Aurora.
So
Should talk about the WiTC really
We should,
quickly
we
because
should.
the format is a little different.
yeah, it's
than it was.
3-man format this time, so that's that's very different.
And apparently that's not.
Or you 3-person.
You be quiet. Go back downstairs.
Andy's having way too much fun with my child.
she left the bowl.
He has
Yep.
a friend. It is a three-man event though, and it's people have asked about it, so I don't think everyone knows how that format works. You have your team of 3. Like for example, we would be a team of 3. I would be person A, Casey would be person B, Jackie would be person C, and we would go up against the other team who are A, B, and C also.
I
And
personally believe your name should start with a B instead of a J.
we could just call you
yeah.
Becky.
I'm down with that.
But there's a C in your name. No, because you have a C in
I
your
have a
name.
C.
You guys are awful.
But my maiden name started with a B. That's close enough, right?
But I would play into person A and so on, and then
So
you
the
have
list,
like
the list chicken thing is a lot
Yeah.
simpler.
there is
That worked out so well at the ATC last year.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, God.
I mean, it wasn't that bad.
badly.
No,
I-
it was fine. It was just different.
I think for people who are unexperienced in that sort of format, that's really what does it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, go put it in the freezer for now.
she's got a popsicle too.
That's my-
Oh,
You can go put this in the freezer for now.
for those of you who are curious and listening, we have a guest, and it's not Andy.
It's about 2 years old with curly hair and a polka dot dress, shirt, thing.
And she wants her ice cream back.
Wants her ice cream.
You know, she put it on the ground.
I'm sure she did.
But yeah, the WiTC. So that's pretty much the only difference.
You want this?
She wants
Yep.
the popsicle, Andy.
But it's my popsicle.
And
Well, if you give her the half popsicle is left,
I
you
think it's
you
still
can
the
get
same
another
place.
popsicle.
Okay. I wasn't there last year.
Oh, yeah, it's still Waukesha.
Okay.
So just
Yeah,
outside
same
of
place
Milwaukee.
as last year, I believe. It was just it was like this weird hunting lodge thing, it was kind of cool
Yeah.
actually. And there was a Squirtle there. In
I
the
was just
middle
gonna
of
say
it.
there was
Yeah.
a Pokestop right next
Yeah.
to that. Everyone
Yeah.
would like, there's a Squirtle. Everyone would whip out
Yeah,
their
no, there
phones.
somebody would just yell when something came out. There's a Squirtle!
The freezer, okay?
It was great.
It was all right time.
Yeah, no, it was a good time though. There was a good like steakhouse and stuff nearby. So
Speaking of Pokemon,
What about it?
I'm gonna be Vulpix for Gen Con.
Oh, that's right.
oh, nice.
I really need to order everything yet because I'm a slacker. But
I got some things that I need to do still.
yeah. But Sailor Moon is out for now.
Yeah.
We couldn't get it to work.
No.
Quick
Well,
enough.
there were some factors.
Yes, and other factors.
There were several factors. Many factors.
Yes.
Dare
So-
I ask?
Next year. Well, we'll tell you later.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna be a Vulpix. I'm not gonna have fuzzy tails. I'm just gonna do some tulle, which is a lot cooler than hair.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's
could
gonna be
see
like
that.
90.
It's
Which, you know, slightly sexy costume can lead into our next topic.
slightly sexy cosplay. Is that our topic? Can that be our topic?
Not quite.
All of the terrible male pinup models.
I was thinking
Yes.
about being Brightwing for BlizzCon at some point. So I mean that could be slightly sexy cosplay.
Slightly sexy. Let's make that a thing. Slightly sexy cosplay.
I just
But
say
it has to
slightly
be
'cause
like
I am not a
all we
sexy
show is a
person.
little bit of ankle.
Yeah, yeah. You can see my wrists. What a horror. No, seriously, though, Brightwing, I would have just been like a bright blue bodysuit with rainbow wings. Like, it would have been sweet.
I think that'd be a great time. I'm working on it, just like some not cosplay, some steampunk stuff. It's gonna happen. I have everything to LED wire gun together so that it should light up on the trigger and just glow and be fancy.
Okay,
But
that's pretty cool.
we will see if I can get it together.
Yeah.
Most of the outside is done. I have a Nerf gun to play with afterwards, so I'm really excited. I really probably shouldn't trust me with electronics, but or Nerf guns for that matter. But we'll see how it goes.
I mean, they sell Nerf guns to anybody, so
They sure do.
need regulations on that shit.
Put someone's eye out with one of those. One I
You
had
totally
was,
could.
really powerful.
You totally could.
So yeah.
Pinup models, right?
Pinup models.
Is that going to be our first topic?
Sure.
Might as well.
All right.
I got nothing else right now.
So the male pinup models look like garbage.
Yes.
Just going to say it right now.
I didn't even look at them, to be
They're
honest
garbage.
with you.
Don't even worry about it.
I gotta look at them now. I didn't even know there were any,
So I
so...
think, like Andy said, they're not pinup models. They're cosplay models. So where we have been asking for male versions of the hyper-sexualized models we often get, we're
these
getting
are terrible.
We're
Okay,
getting
sorry,
this.
I just found the Beavis model for the Convergence. So the new Convergence model, there's a great picture of Beavis from Beavis and Butthead superimposed over him with the hands up and his shirt covering the back of his head.
It's perfect.
We'll post it. We'll post it.
just share.
Why is there a large gangster guy with glasses and tattoos? Like,
Why not?
what the fuck?
Because those are what women want, Casey.
I mean,
or gay men also, right? Like,
Oh dear God.
right?
I give him a
Oh
solid
my
6.
God.
You know,
I think one of them is supposed to look like.
I'm pretty sure he's got a stock. I'm pretty sure he's got a sock in the speedo, though. That's not real.
I think one of them is supposed to be like Brad Pitt from Fight Club, if I remember correctly,
Okay.
or look that way.
Okay.
So
Not
they
human.
really are just like they're instead of making a male pinup model, they took male models that exist and made them look like something that exists.
Oh, Harlan Verse isn't even shirtless. What the fuck?
I mean, like they don't have to be shirtless, but like it is a little disappointing.
It was
We've wanted male pinups, and we're getting
that.
yeah.
I think they need to take a lesson from.
They need a
the
gay
fuck
guy
is
on
that
staff.
game? Kingdom Death.
Right. They don't need to take
They
a
don't
lesson.
need to go
No one needs to take
that
a lesson
level.
from Kingdom Death.
I mean,
Not that level.
they already did to a certain
But-
extent for the female ones. So why not for the male ones? The male pinup models from Kingdom Death are awesome.
They are.
They are really well done.
Yep.
They're also fucking artists. That said, but still.
But that's just assuming that there are no artists at Privateer Press.
That is what I
Maybe
just implied, isn't it? Didn't quite mean to go that far, but if the shoe fits, guys.
I don't think they're terrible. I'm just
No, they're not. They're
not pleased.
No.
And then we see those images, and then very next day,
I'm sorry, he has a button-down shirt on that just doesn't have any sleeves on. That's not.
are any of the
pinup.
buttons undone? I don't have those
No,
up.
I mean the beard is in the way, I guess, for the top. But
No one likes who likes beards. But that is. I'm sorry.
I mean,
know
I'm
that-
sorry. I don't start salivating
Like,
at any of these.
like
It
Andy's
makes me
here with
really
a beard,
sad.
and there are for sure bearded men watching currently, but people are not attracted to beards.
I've expressly forbidden Keith from shaving his beard.
Okay, you are maybe attracted. Well, see, that's different though, because does he look weird without a beard?
Yeah, he looks like a 17-year-old boy without a beard.
That's John shaved his like a couple
Yeah,
weeks
it's-
ago,
it's
and
just
everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Because he had a
Robbing the
haircut
cradle
too, and I was like,
monster.
"Are you 12? Like, what happened? You have too much hair to be that young."
And I'm sorry, the lumbersexual thing is a thing. I cannot, for the life of me, talk Keith into flannel. It's never gonna happen, but it's a thing.
That's fair, but that's more like axe wielding. They're like wielding the axe. It's a very masculine,
It
and
is,
it's not
it
a hobby,
is.
I guess. It's a trade, but it's very like very masculine.
It
So I
is.
guess that's appropriate. And if they're gonna make you breakfast too, like that's cool.
Yeah.
But
Chopping wood. I mean, come on, in more ways than one.
Danielle's
And
thought
I'm down
John
for
was someone
pancakes.
else.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't think I can picture John without a beard. That just doesn't seem.
it's super weird.
Yeah. I mean, we might be living in a parallel dimension right now with Donald Trump and whatnot, but
This is the Bernstein Bears. The which one is it?
Huh.
We're in the other. You guys don't know about that? You guys got to meme harder. There is a theory out there.
Yeah.
Do you remember reading Bernstein Bears as a kid?
yeah.
The spelling of it is different than we remember it as children.
Yeah.
Yeah, I promise. It's a real thing. I forget what it's. There's like a term for it. I don't remember.
All right,
But, like,
Google Bernstein Bears alternate dimension. Let's
yes,
find out.
It's a legitimate theory that people have, and you're gonna read it and you're just gonna be baffled. But so, outside of the shitty male models, they announced the Gen Con pinup model, the Squire.
I thought that was Reinhold. Shitty Reinhold.
Nope, she was lock and load.
Oh,
That
was
was
she?
lock and load.
Yep,
I still
shitty
don't-
Reinhold is still shitty.
They still missed such a glorious opportunity with Reinhold.
Could have
I
been a
maintain
female
it.
Gobber.
It could have been a female Gobber, and it could have been the one from Gremlins.
Yes, and it would have been beautiful.
It would have been amazing. It would have been
Instead,
hilarious and great, but
We
no.
get Rinny with her funky looking face and hands. Hello, friend. Goodbye, friend.
That's why I don't give her popsicles.
I just, oh man, when I look at the Rinny model, I'm really. This one is great.
The swamp siren.
The Swamp Siren is amazing. I love the Swamp Siren.
She's very pretty, actually.
I think they did a fantastic job with that model.
What's that for?
It's one of the mini crate alts.
Oh, it's for the swamp horror.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's really well
That's a
done.
great model.
That's Ursula done by Privateer Press.
Yes,
Yes.
but it's
That's cool.
It's beautiful.
It is. It
but
is.
then you get fucking Rinny, whose hands are like, I can't even explain it. But then we see, what is the new one? The Squire.
The Squire. I'm
Voltaic
baffled at what
something.
the purpose of the Squire was. I mean, the Squire is just
It-
like it's an
it
adorable
kicks
little robot.
Something, and you kick the squire, and you get
They could
another
have put a bow on it.
thing.
Like, literally could have put a bow on it. They
You could put lipstick on it.
Yeah,
Or
they could have done anything. Same thing with the
Yeah.
it brings it back to Reinhold, though. Like, they could have
there's all sorts
made
of cool
something-
stuff they could have done with it.
Yes, you
If
couldn't
they were-
tell
Yeah.
it was a squire without being.
No, I definitely couldn't
Yeah.
either. Yeah.
So, let's
Same with Rinny, to be fair. I mean, there are some clues in that model if you look closely, but
Rennie's got Reinhold in her pocket.
sure.
So,
That's the only real clue that I got.
with
to be
the
honest
Squire,
with you.
though, this is my favorite.
The hat looks
hat, I
sort of like
guess.
the top of it.
Not
That's
really.
about it.
Brian pointed out that the hat helmet looks like one of those things that they put on infants to help shape their skulls.
Now that you mention it,
Which one on the?
oh yeah,
On the
yeah,
Squire.
the funky head shaped helmet. I
Yep.
forget what disorder that is. But
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
totally does.
So we have that. We have the dick stick.
The dick stick I didn't even notice until you pointed out, but that's
Yep.
totally a penis.
That
Yeah.
is give credit to Lauren for that one because
And
she
her-
pointed it out.
Oh, and her right hand is much stronger than her left is.
Her right hand is very strong.
Fun fact: League of Legends. There's a Tyrndamere, I think he is. Mm-hmm. That's one of his things that he says. My right arm is much stronger than my left. It's the best masturbation joke in game ever. But anyhow, that's totally her.
Yeah.
Her right hand is like twice the size of the left side.
It's obscenely
Gwen
large. But the thing that really irks me is that people were talking about it and they're like, "Oh, she's wearing a gauntlet." There is no way that's a fucking gauntlet. Like, that's not the. Her hand needs to be like.
Why is she only wearing one gauntlet?
Well, because she needs to be able to carry around the dick stick. Like, that requires special gloves.
I mean, if it is a gauntlet, at least she's wrapping it before she taps it. Okay. maybe we should
It's a hand
be
condom.
okay with this. Yeah, it's
Is it like the-
It's a hand condom. Exactly. Don't get the hand herpes.
Then her feet are a little funky looking. Like, if you look at them, they look like Mega Man boots gone
They
wrong.
do.
That's probably what I assumed they were going for, to be honest with you. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But they're just
I
very
mean-
like.
I mean, just in general, she looks
Weird.
very Mega Man. The helmet looks a lot like Mega Man's helmet too. Now that you mention
Yep,
it.
she's
But-
just I don't know.
I'm just gonna go and throw it out there. The one nice thing is that she's not super duper over sexualized. over.
Have you seen
like,
her tits
duper.
though? It's like they
They're
cut a
not
grapefruit in
that-
half and just stuck it to her chest.
I
They're,
was
like,
actually thinking that at least
perfectly
they're
round.
not. I was thinking that at least they're not like they're not Scar,
That's
Yeah.
fair. They're not scar boobies.
which I guess she
Yeah.
doesn't have a great rack attack. To be fair, she doesn't even have a headbutt, which merely
She
makes me
shouldn't
sad.
even have a. She shouldn't even have a weapon.
That's true. She has no attacks.
Yes, there is a new convergence caster, and I will
Yep.
talk about that in a minute.
We just talked about the Beavis picture with
Yes.
him, which we'll post on our Facebook.
Yes.
I just think I personally I think if you're gonna,
I guess I just don't see the purpose of it.
it's just they made a female model to make a female model.
Yeah.
They sexualized something for no reason. Or like the other models, like the Blighted Bather was fantastic.
Oh, that was awesome.
Like the Steel Soul Keg
Uh-huh.
Protector
Again,
wasn't
really
very
well done.
dynamic, but it
No.
was a good looking model.
It was. And that's all that it really needs to be.
Yeah.
They just really
Yeah, the Blighted Bather was fantastic.
it's probably one of my favorite pinup models. But I know that someone wanted us to talk about the sexualization of the pinup models, and it makes me really uncomfortable.
I kind of feel like it's an exhausted topic, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not.
We've talked about it a
my
lot.
We
God.
really have, and it's just.
It's
I don't know. I don't find it tasteful when it's just for the sake of it. You know.
well, why are we getting more titty models and male models are getting cosplay models?
I don't know. I guess there's an argument to be made that the Reinhold model was a cosplay model, I guess, but.
Yeah, but that's a weird. You're getting like X model that's already they're getting an alt sculpt that is
Sure.
the same gender in cosplay, whereas with the Reinhold that is the pinup model.
I'm still waiting for my pinup striker. For the record, PP,
If you're listening,
if you're listening. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you say Hungerford's name, he just appears.
oh,
so.
can we not talk about furries?
So while we're on
Have
the
you ever
pinup
been on the
model-
furry pages though? Some of their stuff is
No.
actually really good. Like they do a good job of sexualizing anthropomorphic animals, you know?
It makes me. That's
A friend of mine is a furry and he like throws pictures at me just to make me uncomfortable and it's,
Oh,
they're
thank
actually
you.
some of them are actually really well done. So good on you, furries.
yeah, I'm sure they're great artists. Like
yeah.
good for them. Like doing what you love, but
I mean, if having sex in animal suits is what you love, then just go forth. Go forth, San Diego FurCon.
But with the pinup model, like we mentioned, it was for a mini crate, which is a new thing that PP is trying to set up and do.
Oh yeah, what is the purpose of that exactly? I didn't
making
really-
more money.
I didn't quite understand what it's about, though.
It
If that makes
is
sense.
they're doing an exclusive model every month through the mini crate. But you purchase 6 months at a
Oh.
time, right?
I see.
You can
I
do
see.
1 month for $16.99 or $18.99 in the EU and UK, or 6 months subscription for $99 or $113.
Which is not bad. So basically, what you're getting is if you sign up for the subscription, they get you an alt sculpt model a month.
Now, are all the alt sculpts going to be just pinup models of other stuff?
I don't know.
Because that's all
We
they
don't
seem
know.
really
They
to
haven't
do
really
alt
gone into
sculpts
any of it.
of. Yeah.
All we know is that one sculpt that
Which
we
I mean,
just talked about.
I mean, I get sex sells, you know.
It does. The thing that I have a problem with the mini crate subscription. There are a lot of people who think it's really great. I think for the price point, it's really good. I
Oh,
think
sure,
that's
it's fine as far as price goes.
I mean, but as someone who has participated in like monthly subscription services, it is they're loot crating you ultimately.
Well, yeah.
Like there are some services that are like really good. You get really good value for what you're buying. You know what products you're getting ahead of time. You know what it's worth. You know you're going to use it. With these minis, you don't know if it's going to be a model that you're going to play with. You don't know if it's going to be something you
That's
enjoy
true.
looking at.
It seems like more of a collector's thing only.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure Travis will be all over this.
Well, that is a very Travis thing, but
It
I
is.
think it's not for like the common player. And I think what's going to end up happening though is there are going to be people who want specific models. We don't know I don't think we found out if we find out what the model is before we can purchase that month, because if that's the case,
counterintuitive for them to do it that way.
but then the thing you run into is, well, I didn't subscribe for this month, or there's this really great alt sculpt of model that I use constantly. I want it. How do I get it?
eBay.
Yeah. But then it just drives up that secondhand market.
It does.
And
It
it's,
does.
it's
Which is
not-
something that they've been trying to quash, funnily enough.
Well, then why are they doing this?
Well, then you're just going to have to subscribe all the time.
Exactly.
Clearly.
Which is just another money making thing, and it really
Well,
drives
it
me
is.
crazy.
They are a business at the end of the day. They do have to stay in business to be able to keep producing things that we like to play. So I understand that side of it.
It just makes me cranky. I'm just cranky.
We are not ignoring the fact that the new Doctor is female.
Oh, the new Doctor for Doctor Who?
Yep.
Oh.
Yes. Much like Obama being elected, everything is fine now.
Oh, well, good to know. I guess we can end this podcast early, guys.
Yep. So alternate models, that they're going to destroy the molds once the cast is done. So there's literally no way you will ever get that model again unless you participate in that subscription.
eBay.
Or eBay, or someone illegally recopies it.
Yeah. China is
You know-
really good at that.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
I mean, it's not that hard to make molds.
No, it is not.
As somebody who doesn't bootleg, granted, I, you know. Yeah, the Alt Gorman isn't sexualized. Yeah, Alt Gorman is a female, B male. Somebody just commented the Alt Gorman isn't that sexualized though. Gorman is a
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that.
Gorman's got a dick. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I know the cape covers like everything, but he could pitch a tent. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, it's like all
Yeah.
really tuned into what's happening in the chat when we know we shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Outside of that, we can talk about the 12 gifts of Christmas is what they were calling it.
Yeah.
I think we were all really excited about that. I know I was really
I don't
excited.
know the faintest idea of what you're talking about.
Did you? Okay. So during the keynote, after they did all of the like surprise, this is the new shit that's coming out in the future. They did here's other new shit that's coming out much more sooner. They did a segment called, I think it was 12 Gifts of Christmas.
More sooner.
Yeah, more sooner. It was like December versus like maybe 2018.
Ah, I gotcha. Okay.
So the premise was they have 12 factions. Each faction gets something. So they did a showcase of the like, I'm assuming it was like their planned artwork, what the models are going to do, and then they did a segment of the 3D sculpts. Convergence is getting a new caster.
Beavis.
Yes, Beavis. Also Zenyatta, for those who play Overwatch, definitely is he's got the hands and the orbs, and it's pretty spot on.
Oh, he actually looks pretty cool. He looks kind of like Syntherian Fuck the Sundial, but I mean, I'm excited for you guys, though.
I'm excited to have a ranged caster. Like, that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, that's good for you guys, for sure.
It is very necessary. We don't have any. I mean, he's only at 6, but it's better than
Better than 5.
Yep. Which is what we've been
Better
living
than
with.
5, 8 on feet. You know,
Yes.
it's, hey.
But he does have some spells that support the range too. I don't know yet because I haven't been checking my phone, but it sounds like people found out what his feat is going to do at lock and load. So I'm super excited to probably learn that, maybe sometime in the chat, but probably after the cast.
Hint, hint.
Oh yeah, you can pose him, so he does the fusion dance. I imagine we can pose his
Okay,
arms, so
okay.
they're not
So he's not
Beavis.
Beavis.
But you are getting ice switches, I think, is what you're getting.
I think. I'm
They
pretty
look- they
sure
look good, actually.
They looked like they could either be Legion or
Oh, those are totally Legion.
Yeah, there's no way they're not
I'm
Legion.
pretty sure they're Legion, but yeah, I'm pretty excited for those. They're very pretty. They have Puppet Master, Frostbite, and Ice Cage, so they're sort of like a Black Frost Shard, I think, but kind of much cooler looking.
They do look really cool.
So I'm really hoping these are mine. They look like they could be mine.
I don't know
So-
whose else they would be, Casey. They're definitely yours.
Yeah, I'm really hoping so. But they looked cool, and then they did show I saw a bunch of concept art for the new caster, who is like a massive Ogren lady. No, the more I look at it, the more I'm not so sure I like it. Like, I thought it was cool that I don't have a...
Shut up, you're getting a new caster.
I know. And
Some of us would like, oh wait, never mind, I can't say that anymore.
But it's just, I don't know, like, I'm happy she's not super over-sexualized sort of thing.
I mean, all of
But
Legion
they
is,
went
so it's
to the complete opposite spectrum.
She's an Oakland, Casey.
I know, but like I just thought of the Scorn Fatty, and it's my version of Fatty, and I don't know.
Rasheth.
Oh yeah, Rasheth. I don't know.
I will say, you can totally sexualize Rasheth, though. I know because I was thinking about making him a hot tub Rasheth, making a mod where I make a little hot tub and have, like, Harvey in there with him. And
That would be fun.
and this was before the Blade Bather came out, but she would have been perfect for that in hindsight. Yeah. Yeah, she could just be sitting across on his lap, and Harvey's just kind of chilling around the back. It'd be great.
But yeah, there's a lot of other things. There were new Cav, which will be pretty cool.
New Cav for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been due for some new Cav for a while.
And then there was...
Heavy or light?
They were heavy,
Okay.
I believe. And then there's, I'm pretty sure, another heavy war beast that looked kind of dragony. And I'm trying to find it currently, like, the Legion of Everblight group, because I know someone posted it at some point, but that was like 3 days ago. And God forbid they keep everything in order. Let's see. That's
Is this Bernstein Bears theory really just because they misspelled the name in some of them?
It's real.
I see that it's real.
There it is. But the thing is, when you try and find things of that other spelling, they don't exist.
No.
Right? Right?
Except for all these websites that have both of them listed in there.
No.
But none of the... What the fuck?
I told you.
It must be a glitch in the Matrix. That's the only... that's the only possibility.
Oh,
So-
Ryan's feat in the spell. All models in control get boosted attack rolls against models
Without Fury or
without
Focus
or
Base.
with Fury.
Boosted attack rolls against models without, boosted damage rolls against with.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
That's actually really good.
That's really nice because it lets
Yeah.
you decide what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is nice. So
I mean,
Now
that makes you good against both infantry, because infantry typically doesn't have Fury or Focus on them, and against beasts, primarily beasts, I suppose, but also jacks.
Jacks
Yeah.
and casters if you're trying to go in for the caster kill.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can pose him so he's doing the fusion dance with himself.
Yes, that's
I love it.
probably the best thing. Oh, man.
yeah, I finally found the pictures. Like, there's Amok, the Truth Bearer. He's a warlock and army support. He basically looks like the Trolls big rock holder thing. What the fuck was it holding? I'm terrible with
Are you
these
talking
names.
about one of the gargantuans?
No.
Because Trolls really only has
scroll.
one. It's the same one, just...
I know.
It just holds something different?
It was the
I
bearer.
guess they
it
have
was a
three
bearer
now.
thing,
Yeah.
and I don't remember. But it looks like that. Like, when you look at the picture.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
You know what
Okay.
I'm talking about. Do you remember the name of it? What the fuck it's called?
Oh, the Rune Bearer.
Rune Bearer. That's what it looks like. That looks like my
The
version
Rocky
of a Rune Bearer.
Yeah, that's a rock.
All right.
But yeah, the Cav do look pretty much like Callus, but without faces.
Without faces.
I wonder if they did like
Yeah,
the Trolls.
like,
I wonder
'cause
if they used like
Callus
cool-
has, an actual humanish face. They have...
So what if they did like a
Just-
cool Legion thing where they
Yeah.
cut Callus into pieces and they just regrew him as Cap? Like a Trolls Legion,
Interesting.
fusion thing. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Are we
just
just going
regroup
to... We're going DBZ on everything?
We are.
in this station?
I mean, if you can make the new cockcaster do the fusion dance with himself, why not?
Yep. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I know, and it still makes me so cranky. I know that we knew what he was going to look like based on High Command, but he just Like, it's just, it literally is super just boring. Like, he will paint up well.
I'm
That's-
kind of sad he's not another Time Lord, given that he looks like a sundial. That could have been cool thematically.
Yeah.
Well, they might still change it between now and then.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
we're
They
gonna
have
see
time
them in
because this is
CID.
just a lot of concept art. and
September
whatnot.
CID.
Oh God.
The
Yeah.
August CID is all mine, perhaps.
Oh, just what we need. More drama.
Yeah.
I'm all over the Convergence CID. I'm sorry. I'm actually going to play games. Like,
Holy
right?
shit.
I'm not just gonna sit here and look at things.
Yeah, I'm debating on actually getting out and actually
I
playing
told
stuff.
Andy that I would be out at PEG, and I will be probably out the Fridays that we can, with Gen Con being they're going to take up a lot of time, and some of the
Sure.
other days. I know that just in general, August is a busy month for a lot of people, which is unfortunate because it's Convergence CID, but really,
That's why they picked August
I know.
for Convergence
Rude.
CID. Rude. They totally thought that choice through.
But there's talk that we might have more than one theme list in.
Yeah, theoretically, or so we've
Also-
been told. Every piece is going to be able to be played in some kind of a theme.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's great news, I think.
But I think
That's
we're-
very.
that's going to be something we'll probably not learn later, but get later. But
Yeah.
with the Northkin CID, they just have the one theme list. With Convergence, it's questionable because I read language and read into things, but that was referenced lists instead of single list. So there's a fly in here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's one of the
crazy.
things that they said in their CID dev talk actually over the weekend was that every single piece is going to be able to be played in a theme, and their goal is by the end of the year. So I think that'll put the game in a much better place. Myself, I'm
Yeah.
you know,
Crossed.
Yeah.
Would like to see more playable things for me, but I'll take a new caster.
Well, and maybe the faction, or not the factions, the theme forces will make stuff more playable. You know,
We'll hope
as
so.
it is, you can't take any inventory basically.
Yeah, well, right
You
now
know?
there's no reason to,
Well,
but
no. But they might improve that, and that's supposed to be the purpose of having theme forces to begin with, right?
I think the tagline for Lock and Load is "Hope you like theme lists."
Yo, dog, I heard you like theme lists, so I brought theme lists for your theme list, so you can theme list while you
Oh
theme
my
list.
God.
We need to
Yeah.
put that in the Scorn memes group, I think. Hmm.
Scorn memes is best memes.
The salt mine is still there. Don't worry.
Someone got a post deleted for wanting to title one of their theme lists something of salt mines. Like,
I know, and it was really funny because he was just making a joke, and like everybody just everybody jumped on him and salted everything to death. Like he was salting the earth.
it's like the ocean. It's too salty.
Saltier than the Dead Sea, I tell ya.
No, I like the idea that they're making pretty much all models available for the theme lists. That
Well, they need to. There's a lot of
Yeah.
models that are just not playable.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to Long Gunners being able to play them again. You know, maybe the theme force will do something for them that makes them useful.
now
You know,
they're-
at least with the theme forces and them continuing to build on those, there's hope that there might be stuff that's playable beyond what's there now.
I think
So
that
you know,
was
that's a good thing.
something we talked about in our chat. I know that one of the things that they talked about in the dev talks was not nerfing things like the
Yeah.
the,
Mhm.
the
I was
knee-jerk
just
reaction, which I feel strongly against because I think it's really, really important to see that there's a problem and to fix the problem when it's visible.
yeah.
Depends on what the problem is, I suppose,
yeah.
too. Like,
But you
like the
just-
Gatsby 2 problem, I'm not sad that he got nerfed 3 times.
You just need to figure out how to go into Ghost Fleet, and you'll be fine.
No, that's the problem. Is I can't.
Exactly.
But the thing we were talking about is that CID should circumvent those problems ahead of time.
Munchkin.
But Ghost Fleet wasn't in CID, so we have this this issue. But I think if we get the models and the theme lists in CID, gives plenty of time for the community to break them because you know that that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And then they get turned back to PP, and PP's like, okay, these are the problems we see. Let's fix it. It's done. It's good to go. But we have issues where that doesn't seem to be.
Sure, there's
Like-
probably going to be a learning curve involved, for sure.
Yep. But I still feel really strongly that they might not nerf as necessary.
Yeah.
And
And that's
that
always
whole
possible.
wanting the meta to
The meta doesn't
to
fix
work
your
around
bad
it.
design.
No, no,
Sorry.
it doesn't.
The meta breaks your bad design, but the meta doesn't really do a very good job of fixing it. So that's I understand that concern for
I
sure.
feel like that was a really like shrug off, like we're not going to do this
Yeah,
anymore.
sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
good.
Just like not printing new cards anymore. Sucks to be you.
Well, that's backtracking to the really just
Yeah.
trying to like get every penny, like not printing new cards because people should be using War Room. That's a cost there, or No Quarter. All of the changes to No Quarter Prime.
Prime.
It's not making No Quarter Prime essential to playing, but very useful and almost necessary. And so it's just another one of those things where it's like, well, this is just another accessory to play a game that I already have. And sure, I don't need it, but it makes the game easier or more enjoyable. And I know that's just whiny and entitled,
But
but
it's understandable. I mean,
it's like DLC.
yeah.
Just give me a
it's
complete
totally,
game.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
want
totally
DLC.
a money grab. No, and again, I understand the company maintaining the aspect of it too. They need to continue to make money somehow, and there's a finite number of people that can get in to play the game. So there is that aspect to it. I don't know that making everybody buy War Room is the solution because that's a one-time purchase, but I don't know.
Right there. It isn't that Ghost Fleet can't be beat. It's that everyone has to dedicate a specific list to it.
Yep.
That is.
And when you've only got 2 lists, that can be a problem.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're lucky enough that list is flexible and can beat other things too.
Yeah.
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 Well, obviously Joseph just needs to start playing Sigmar. He said that the fact that there are 10 to 14 factions and not getting anything for a cycle, some armies aren't going to see anything for many months or years. Play Sigmar.
Yeah. Fuck you. I know what it's like to not see anything. I mean.
Yeah. Remember the money grab thing? You just need to buy another faction.
Yep. I do. I'm Crucible Guard, but it doesn't come out until 2018.
That's not going to help you because that's another limited faction.
I know. But they look so.
They do look kind of cool.
They look cute, is what they like. They're little jetpacks and bullshit.
Where are they even supposed to be from? Are they supposed to be Lely's? Or...
I don't know, but when
because
I
I've been
sent you
waiting
guys
for that.
picture,
I mean, that'd be such an easy
it's
one
like
to do.
Revenge of the something Crucible Guard 2018. I am assuming it's Lael, but
It seems reasonable. I mean, that's one of the only major countries in the world that doesn't have a faction yet.
the
I mean, they
issue
did
that I
Grimkin
have-
before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue that I have with it though is they look a lot like Convergence models.
They do.
A lot like Convergence models.
Which I
They're
assumed
literally
is why you were in.
Yeah, well, I like my clockwork things.
Yeah. Yeah, the clockwork things are sweet.
They're
Mhm.
a good time, but yeah, Grimkin.
Speaking of Grimkin, yes.
I suppose they were released,
You
weren't
found
they?
out what your prize
I'm
was.
not supposed to say anything about it yet.
No.
So don't say anything about it.
Fine. More to come later then.
Oh, I thought you were reaching for something.
Oh no, I was going to
Oh yes,
drink.
Crucible are Laleys. They invented gunpowder.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
So that explains why they
Hey,
have rocket men.
It's a logical faction to make, you know?
I
Certainly more
totally
logical
agree.
than Grimkin. Yeah.
Infinitely more logical than Grimkin. Definitely leaps and bounds more logical. Oh man, I don't like. I could complain about Grimkin. I might have to buy the fucking book. I don't like Grimkin.
They're on War Room.
That's fair.
Oh.
It's gotta just need to have these read out loud to us while we're podcasting.
We need to have a robo voice in the background that we can just click on one of these and they'll just read them.
That was loud.
Eh.
No, I think all in all, Lock and Load did. Oh, there's someone. Hello again. I also have a cup that is too big for my face. Okay, goodbye.
She don't give a shit, I guess.
Lock and Load it's helpful.
Oh, we need a larger screen. No, Lock and Load, I think what Lock and Load did was get people excited for the future of War Machine, but it hasn't changed the here and now.
No.
No.
I think I'd agree with that. I think at the end of the year it'll be a better game to play than it is currently.
At least we're all hopeful that's
I mean,
the case.
it's a boring game to theorycraft right now, which is my big objection because right now I'm in a job situation where I can't play on a regular basis, so I can't theory machine or list build or do anything like that that's really relevant or useful. Thank you, Munchkin. But then it's all, it's still a fun to play game. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just kind of in a crappy place right now, I think.
It is. It's in a weird spot.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, from people who are familiar with it from the Mark 1 to Mark 2 transition, have said basically the same thing about that transition. So maybe this is just a part of the transition, and if we weather out the transition, it'll get better.
I
Because Mark 2 did get better.
I guess to be fair though, it's I don't want to say it's comparable, but like I was there when 40K went from 6th to 7th, and everyone stopped playing from 6th to 7th.
There was good reason for that, though.
But I mean, in that sort of
When having
trajectory-
facial hair gives you an in-play advantage.
yeah.
Oh, Age of Sigmar. Those were dark times for GW.
They changed up Age of Sigmar a lot, and there are a lot
They
of people who
did,
are
they did.
interested in them.
Yeah.
And it seems like 8th edition is really
This really seems to be popular now.
It hit
A
off
lot of people
at our
have
meta.
jumped.
literally
Yeah.
everyone has put their War Machine away to play 40K back home.
And yeah, Madison's not much different there.
I actually heard that there are new players for War Machine.
At Peg.
Yeah, there's more
Okay.
new players than there are
And-
old ones. There are
and-
very
and
few
I'm-
old ones
I'm
left.
curious if that's the same for other metas. So those of you that are listening, is it the same by you? Let us know. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm
we're
actually-
curious.
I think for the most part, just from what I read, it sounds like a lot of metas are stepping back, but it would be nice to get some more
New blood.
solid new blood and solid feedback. We definitely, in Baraboo, there was a lot of new blood for like the resurgence of 40K, which was really surprising because we were always there playing War Machine, and there were never people who were interested. So maybe
And I
it's all the
suppose
dice they roll.
Well, in the beginning of any game is really the best time to get in because then you're overcoming the same knowledge barrier everybody else is
For sure.
for the most part.
But
I mean, the people who played Mark 1 or Mark 2 versus Mark 3 have something of an advantage just because they already have an idea of what most of the models do, but they're ultimately relearning almost everything too. So
I don't know. I don't feel like things changed that much.
I don't think it did either, but you understand where I'm coming
Yeah.
from, though. It seems like less of a hurdle.
Yep.
What's that? You want to get in the car?
You should go watch your
Yeah.
movie with
Baby is
Andy.
not interested in our talk about tabletop
That's all
games.
right.
She loves breaking my models.
I believe that.
I am almost I don't want to start playing again because that means I'm gonna have to repair everything,
Yeah.
and that includes like the storm lances, things that were nightmares to put together to begin with. Old Rowdy, who I actually took a large knife to, and I intentionally
touch that.
intentionally
Or
beat
have
him up
liquid near
before painting him, and now he's like in pieces. So he looks even more fucked up than he did before. That was intentional. Like it's my. Sorry, Andy. Oh bullshit! You didn't like that. You were drinking it.
That's an interesting that they have a couple new people, but largely at any given time, it's half of 20 people playing or taking a break.
Okay.
That's, I think, yeah. I think there are some people who want to bring out their War Machine.
Oh.
So it's caffeine.
Andy just reassured me the soda they gave my child is caffeine free, so that's good.
I'm not Jim, so.
I appreciate that.
Well, he's just going to send her home with you. It's not like it matters to him, right?
That's what Jim says too.
Oh, goodness.
She has been very demanding of soda.
Yes, she usually is. Thanks, Jim.
But yeah, a lot of people seem to be taking breaks.
You want to come
I
sit in Mama's
can
lap?
understand, but I think a lot of people have stuff in their lives too right now. Like,
Oh, sure. Everybody's life is changing, you know.
And it just happened that, all these changes seem to sort of start out in
boom.
early, winter, and then summer happened.
Yeah, summer happened.
And people do stuff in the summer.
She's really interested in this. What are these things called?
Microphones?
That's a pop filter.
That thing. Look at what a fucking microphone is. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Can you
Back
say-
downstairs?
Can you say hi, Munchkin?
No.
No, I can't say
I
hi.
got soda.
Oh, Andy's got
Ooh.
soda.
You want some more soda?
Bring your cup.
Okay. Don't forget your cup, Munchkin.
Bring your cup. Let's go get some soda. No?
No.
I think she just wants to go home and sleep.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much
I think we are talked out.
drained.
Yeah.
So recommendations.
I forgot that I was supposed to do a thing at 3 o'clock today.
Oops.
Recommendations. Destiny 2 comes out. Come play with me. I was giving away a beta key. I still have a beta key. I told people I was going to give it out. Haven't done that yet.
Oh, thanks for burping right into the microphone, Munchkin. That was great. I think somebody just called you Drunk Santa, Andy. Yep.
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 Aw.
I'm not drunk.
But he is Santa.
He just acts drunk when he's sober.
Yeah, Valerian looks really decent. I want to go see that. That is also a good recommendation. It's questionable though because the leads look
The
like
leads
brother
look-
and sister,
yeah.
and they're supposed to be in a relationship. It's weird.
That's creepy.
I get that they're not brother and sister, but they just look too much alike.
This is my drawback, and I mentioned on our podcast. The lead looks so young.
They both look young.
They do both
I
look
mean,
really
they're in
young.
their 30s.
No, they're not.
You know, the main guy is.
No,
The
they're
main guy
not.
is in his 30s.
No,
Yes.
you're wrong, Andy.
No.
I believe you, but I don't believe you.
But he looks like he's like 16.
Jesus.
Gosh.
It may be just because I'm old.
Well, I think most of us.
We'll get off your lawn, Andy.
Yeah. I'm going to recommend Game of Thrones. It starts tonight.
Yes,
Haha, I
Game
got
of Thrones tonight. Well, everyone knows I should be watching Game of Thrones.
It's Andy's house.
This is Andy's house.
That's right. I think Aurora is recommending Andy's house.
I don't have a better recommendation, so.
Andy's
All right, we
house.
recommend Andy's house, I guess. It's a sweet place to be.
It's Andy's house.
Yeah, you get soda and ice cream at Andy's house, don't you? And teddy bears.
I have a lot of them.
All right, guys. I think next podcast isn't next week, but the week after.
The 30th.
The 30th, I think
We
it
are
is, yeah.
podcasting on the 30th, and I think that's. We'll talk about something. Yeah.
Figure it out.
God, I can't
Swing
believe
it.
they made the Berenstein Bears into a conspiracy theory.
It's Bernstein Bears conspiracy theory. Everyone needs to look into it because it's real.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
It's like Flat Earth Society.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Well, it's like the movie that Sinbad started in the
Shit's
90s.
Kazam,
Kazam.
but it's not.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers it, but they don't really remember it. It's not Sinbad, it was some other guy. Like, real stuff. Oh, the Avril Lavigne conspiracy theory where she's dead.
Oh my god.
I can believe that.
Nah, that's like the ultimate. Everyone's saying the ultimate warrior died before he actually died 2 years ago.
It's Andy's house, yeah.
All right.
We'll see you guys next time.
All right, bye-bye, guys. Can you say bye-bye, Peanut?
Bye.
Nope, we can't.